Yo, what's up, random people? Today, I really liked the way I had that fight yesterday, so I decided to have another, epic blitz fight with my team, the Ravagers, without Yondu, obviously. But yeah, because people really liked the last video I made about them, so I think I'm gonna do another video solely devoted to the Ravager faction and their glory, basically. So here we have. I did added, a Hydra thing. And Mantis just went poof. All right, okay. All right, let's go for him first. Take him out, and then we taunt and curse a little bit. And now we're gonna try because he has a 30 chance to get like a bleed. Let's try and get a bleed on Punisher, right? I think that's the correct move in this particular moment. So let's do that. It does 1 damage. All right, okay. Are we gonna do splash damage? We're gonna get countered hard. No, let's do this. First, we did 19 damage. That's okay. And we lost the bleed. Unfortunately, we lost the bleed. Yikes. Should we use this? Yeah, sure. Let's use that. Get that death proof on our boomer. Now, Luke Cage puts on defense up. And, alright, we're going to get the defense up as well because we need that. And let's try for another bleed. Nope. We did not get another bleed, unfortunately. And, okay. So our scientists, actually Hydra scientists, we just lost them. It's too bad. And, oh no, we just lost. We just lost our Stitcher, unfortunately, and we are kind of stuck behind this Luke Cage. Yikes. Well, and now they're starting to hit on my Ravager, which is not great. Alright, now Ravager is here by himself, trying to make the best out of this fight. And, yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go for Punisher. Try and take him out first. Oh, I'm getting beaten up by the defenders, and boom! Here goes Punisher. Huge onslaught on our Ravager Bruiser, but I think he can make it. I think he has what it takes to take on the city team. And hopefully, we're not going to see much of this city team in the future. Now, let's go against Daredevil and try our best. And boom! He's dead. Well, he's down. Now we're getting countered by... Alright, let's get more defense up. Yes, Luke Cage is angry at us, getting his own defense up. And we're getting beaten up by, what's her face? Jessica Jones. Alright, let's go for Luke Cage and see if we can hit this bitch. Yeah, he taunts. That sucks. Alright. And again, we're getting hit by Jessica Jones. She hits quite a lot, actually. You know what? We can safely put this in auto and light this thing up. All right. So things are heating up over here in this blitz match. Mind you, this is I think tier 7 in blitz. So as you can see, the fight is not as easy as it seems, not as easy as we all thought. But I think we might have a good chance of winning this fight. Now, while we're watching this onslaught on my screen right now, so I wanna say how much I hate that Foxnex put Black Bolt under such a massive paywall, and I'm all for, obviously, you have to make things, better for people who pay, but a character who's completely out of reach, completely out of reach. Like, if as a free to play, I'd have to, use maybe 10k cores, maybe 20k cores. I don't even know how much in cores that would have cost me to actually get him, even at like 5 stars. Like, so many cores. So it's crazy that they decided to do that. And sure, it's a counter to Ultron and all that, but I mean, come the fuck on. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane, the amount of cores that I would have had to use to get him, which sucks. Now, and we're going back to the fight. Slowly, we're getting there. I think we're getting there. Yeah, I get beaten up a little bit, but Bruiser got his shield, got his little lightning sword or whatever, and he can make it. He can do it. I believe in him. I mean, oh, she got an offense up. What? I did not know that Luke Cage does that. Yeah, I don't really know much about the Defenders. They're just like a meh team. So we're like, I'm not gonna. Ooh, that was painful. That was painful. So yeah, I don't really never invested in them. They didn't seem like a good team to invest in. They were like, oh, well, here's a easy free to play team that you can make, and I was not interested in putting in resources on a mediocre, half okay free to play team. I was like, no, if I'm going for something, I'm going to go for Nick Fury at the time. And sure, it took me a while to get him, but way better than investing everything into Defenders instead of something else. So we're getting there. We're getting it. We're dwindling down Luke Cage over there. And now you can see the power, the raw, sheer power of Ravagers. Even when Boomer and Stitcher are not even on the map, and of course Yondu is not even on this planet, they can hold on their own, and they can actually do it. Can actually go and fucking do it. So yeah, definitely. If you want a balanced, a very high synergy team that can take on multiple game modes, then you should definitely not invest in Ravager. Oh, that still looks painful. I was not aware that she had that animation. Like, she just like knee him in the balls for some reason. But yeah. All right, so slowly, are we getting him to yellow HP? I'm not even sure. I think we're getting kind of close to that. But with all the defense ups, with all the healing, he's just uncontrollable. Look at him go. He's just, getting pummeled, and then back HP and defense up again. And I think now Luke Cage will hit the yellow. Pow! Wow, this fight is balling out of control right now. Now he gets another kick into the groin, and I think Luke Cage is almost gonna bite the dust. No, he gets his regenerations, and I think he's gonna regenerate a little bit, but it's not gonna save him because well, how can you not die when there's a guy with a lightning sword just like slams it in your face? And Luke Cage is definitely in the yellow now, and I don't think he's gonna leave the yellow anytime soon. So victory is imminent, and sure. sometimes, you know, you just don't have a lot of time. You want to do like a quick fight. So Ravagers are the team for you. And I mean, look at the proof. They're winning in Blitz Tier 7. So definitely would not recommend getting the Ravagers. As you can see, they're pulling up some work. Oof, that looked extra painful too. And Luke Cage is almost back to the green. What? No, he's going down. As soon as we get our turn, and boom, straight to the face. And Jessica Jones has really good animations, I've just noticed. I just don't play with her, like, barely. And almost to the red. He's almost to the red there. Let's see. I was not aware he gave that offense up and assist. Is that his passive? I don't know. I don't play defenders that often, unfortunately, because they're kind of boring and not really good. Almost to the red. All right. Okay. But we're definitely getting there. And I don't know if you guys have upped Ravager faction ever on your roster or not. I'm sure most of you. Oh, Luke Cage he was in the red and he went back to yellow. Okay, but we're getting there. He's going down for sure. But yeah, apart from getting the yellow stars on Boomer, have anyone here upped the Ravager faction? Because you know what? Maybe one of you guys got like a 7 red star Ravager Bruiser, and then you can up him to like tier 13, and you can see right here on your screen how much good of a work he's doing in the team. He's basically pulling the whole team together, mainly because he's the only guy currently still alive in the match. But besides that, now he's going to almost take out Luke Cage. I think he is going to take him in the next 2 minutes. Yeah. All right, so next turn, I think Luke Cage is biting the dust. Let's check it out. Is it possible? Is it going to happen? And no, it did not happen. No, it did not happen. All right. So I think, 2 more turns until Luke Cage dies? Maybe 3? Like I said, maybe like the next... Oh, no, he's the goner. Boom! He got kicked out of the match. And now it's just Jessica Jones. And boom! She is gone as well. And Ravager, Bruiser, is the winner again. But yeah, so definitely if you want a very good team, definitely don't go for the Ravagers, because they're not a very good team at all. So let's go here. And I did get a Yo-Yo, but I didn't recruit her yet. I'm just like stalling because she's really not gonna give me anything at all. Now let's go. Where are the Ravagers at? Yes. So we just saw Ravager, Bruiser, Stitcher. He's the real MVP though of the match. Even when he wasn't there, he was still the MVP of the match because he just looks way cooler than the rest of the guys. Unfortunately, he just died real quick, real fast. What does this do again? Just gives him a little bit more HP. Wow, that's awesome character. Just awesome. Well, this is really not as much content as I can spew just talking about the Ravagers. And I don't think we're recording that long, are we? No, like 14 minutes. So after we've thoroughly talked about the Ravager in my roster, which are, they're not too high up there, but why would they? Let's move on to some other things, like Wait. Let's go to the other fantastic faction. Where you at? No, are you at? All right. Let's do all, and then do mercenary. All right. So let's talk about mercenary soldier, because I'm not a fan of the way they did the character, and the gun looks kind of. But I mean, I'm not even sure what do I expect from a mercenary minion, I guess. But he is villain city skill blaster and minion. So technically, if you want to up him to tier 14, you can, and that would be a bad idea. Now his first skill, his basic, just does damage. Attacks primary target for 180 damage. At level 5, attack, you get like 40 more damage, and again 40. And if you tier 4 it, you get 40 more damage. So he's not like the sharpest mercenary in the shed, you could say, but when you need him the most, then he can pull his weight. Now, I never needed him at all, so I cannot vouch for him if he does pull in the end or not. But I assume that if you find yourself in a place that you need him for some reason, then I'd like to hope that he does pull his weight. So his special is attack primary target for 130 damage, plus adjacent targets for 100 damage. And then when you level him up, it's like 40 more damage, 50, and if you T4 him, then you will get 60 more damage just on the primary target, I want to add, which is basic AoE, I guess, but instead of like a basic, it's on his special, so it's even worse. Interesting. And his passive tactical loadout. Basically, you just gain a bunch of damage. So at level 2, you get 10%. No, actually, wait. Here you get, at level 2, you get health. 10% health, and then level 3 is a 5% damage, then 5% health. And if you T4 it, why? Then you get like 5% more damage. Besides that, he's useful mainly nowhere, and you should definitely keep him at level 1, tier 1, if you even got him for some unknown reason, unlocked him for some unknown reason. But besides mercenary soldier, there's a few more things in the mercenary faction. So you also have mercenary sniper. Now I like his design a little bit better, but the rifle looks kind of like a toy. It doesn't look that real, unfortunately. But the headgear looks kind of cool, actually. So I'll give him that. The headgear looks kind of cool. Now he doesn't do that much either. So his first basic attack is sniper shot. Attack primary target for 80% damage and 10% piercing. And it goes up level 3, 5% piercing, and then level 4, 60 damage, and then 5 piercing, 90 damage. And if you tier 4 him, then you get 5% piercing, which is a very, very bad idea. And then you go to his special, steady aim, and attack primary target for 120 damage plus 20 piercing. And it just goes up 10% piercing, 80 damage, 10 piercing, 80 damage, and if you tier 4 him, you get 10 more piercing damage. So that's worthless. And his passive, let me guess, gain 5% damage, and then piercing, and then damage, and then damage. And if you tier 4 it, you get piercing. Not recommended. Leave him at level 1, tier 1 if you even got him for some reason. Maybe you got him just as a fill-in for the daily, or not even daily, for like the mercenary event. There's like a mercenary event. You get like gold in every like maybe once a month or so. So he's very interesting as well. I don't think a lot of people are playing with him anyway. So let's see where we at. We are at. Wait. We are at 20 minutes. All right, 20 minutes. Well, what can we talk about next? We can talk about Bullseye, and we can talk about Mercenary Riot Guard. Never even gave a second look about Bullseye, so I'm not even sure what the fuck he does at all. So apparently he's tier 8, almost at 6 stars. Actually, I can actually rank him to 6 stars, and he's level 50, I guess. I guess when I was way back noob and needed some characters, so I think he's like one of the first ones I've ever got. But let's see, his basic throwing knives. What does that do? Attack primary target for a 210 damage attack. This attack cannot miss, although it can be dodged. Okay, and gain 15% crit chance for this attack. And you can T4 it for more damage and a tiny little bit of crit. Okay. And then his special is Card Trick. Attack primary target for 200 damage plus 20 crit. 70% chance to gain a bonus attack for 190 damage and 40% crit chance. And if you tier 4 it, then you don't even get like 100% for the second hit. What the hell? This is shit. Basically just damage. It just does damage. A single target damage. And kill shot. Let's see what's kill shot. Attack primary damage, primary target for 460% damage. Gain 30 crit chance and plus 20 crit chance per what? Wait. Gain 30% crit chance and 20 crit damage. Okay, so you have like increased percent of getting crit, plus that if you do get that crit, then that crit is just 20% damage stronger. And if you up it, you don't really get much, just damage basically. Single target damage. And let's see, his passive, never miss, gain 5% accuracy. Mercenary allies gain 10% crit damage, and then more accuracy, and accuracy, and accuracy. So overall, he's a garbage character. If you have him at 7 red stars, I don't know why would you even bother to up him. Sure, he will do a lot of damage at 7 red stars, even nowadays. But I don't think just having someone like hitting hard is gonna get you anywhere, because he has no heal, no control, no nothing. He just do damage, and that damage is single target damage. So he's really low tier, unfortunately. Looks cool though. I mean, it looks cool. Kind of weird what he has on his hands, and the bullseye on his head is kind of ridiculous. But I guess that's how the character looks, right? Maybe in the comics he has that bullseye on his head as well. I think from the movie Elektra he had that as well on his face or something like that. So I'm pretty sure. Anyway, let's move on and talk about what we're going to talk about. Mercenary Riot Guard. I don't know. Let's see. We have not been talking way too long. 24 minutes. All right, I think that's enough, right? I think that's quite enough. I think most people stopped watching this video or just skipped ahead to this moment, basically, because people are assholes. So let's talk about the real shit that I wanted to show you guys. So right here we have what I talked about yesterday, which is raid. Well, ultimates. Well, it doesn't really have to be ultimates, but raid points manipulation. So we'll start the video and I'll walk you guys through. So we have Ultimate 7 here. We already reached 60%, so basically it doesn't really matter what I do next. First of all, I want to say that I asked Didix if it was okay to try this once, and he goes like, fuck it, I don't care, do whatever. As long as you hit your shit, do whatever. So let's see. So right now we have Duario at level rank 1. We have Didix at rank 2. Magical Sun at rank 3. And we got Commander Almat at 4, and Grand at 5, and Deathmeister at 6. And let's see where I am at. Let's go down and down and down. Boom! I'm at rank 17 with 11, almost 12 million damage when we start this video. And let's see how it goes, right? And first of all, I just want to mention, if we're like 3 hours from finishing the raid and you did like 2 million damage, I would hope that the reason for that is you have a thing in real life and you told everyone, all the leaders, that you're not going to be available to do that. So I'm not throwing shades. I like Frizz guy, and I think he's very strong. So unfortunately, I guess today he had a bad day, or he just had too much to do on his plate in real life. But as you can see, we already reached 60%, so it doesn't matter even if he did like 0 damage. So we're going to be just fine because we are strong enough to get to 60% and let our members who don't have enough time in their life right now to do the raids, so they can, easily take it a little bit easy, because we can do it. We can do it, and that's a pretty good place to be, because I think maybe like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, we really needed everyone to pull up and do their thing in the alliance for us to get to 60. And now people can just chill all day, and we're still going to get to that 60%. So I'm very happy with where the alliance is right now, that people can do this, and we're still going to be fine and no hard feelings. So let's move on and see. Now we are doing this node, who is in control. So why this? First of all, it has a very high HP people, and not a lot of damage dealing people. So plus you have 2 healers, and you have you have two Jessica Jones. They also can get like debuffs, and they give energy for the healers as well. Juggernaut gets regeneration as well, and Mystique, I think, can steal regeneration, or it can get regeneration, so she can heal herself as well. So yeah, a lot of basically, and Mordo heals himself as well. So lots of good shit. So let's see how well we can do. Now I sped up the video so it wouldn't take like fucking forever to show you guys. If you want to see it slower, you can just slower the video speed on YouTube. Now, once you've heard me talk about this. Now, this is the first time I'm doing this, so I am not clear, and I'm not, sure about my attack. What's my attack order, basically. I don't know where or who should I attack first, or who should I leave on the field, and who should I take. So I'm like starting it as like a regular kind of fight, and then I'm kind of like thinking while I'm doing this, who should I attack first. I really wanted to get both Mystiques off the field because they do a lot of damage, and they can be they can catch you by surprise if they use their ultimate, and someone key just dies. So I wanted to get them both out of the field as fast as possible. And as you can see, I also wanted to get what's their names, Mordo as well, because yeah, sure, he gives me the that heal block. Yes, he gives me heal block, but then I turn it into death proof. So I like him for that reason, but he kills my minions, so not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. But so far, so good. As you can see, I stop the thing, and yeah. So first hit, I did 2.6 million. Wasn't that great. Wasn't really sure what I was supposed to do to try and manipulate the points the most in the most efficient way. But as you will see, we keep going, and I sort of find my groove a little bit. And start to make sense of how I should get this done the most efficiently. Still didn't really do it the most efficiently possible, but if you guys want to try this more and you can get it, you can do way more efficient things than I just did. But for the purposes of learning and showing you guys how it's done, then it really did work, and you will see, you guys are going to see how far I've gotten with just getting just points. Like, I didn't finish the node, I just did points over points over points, and that was the point. Because why was that help? Who is this going to help? So this method will help people that, let's say, so you don't have a problem with this node because there's not a lot of people who's doing damage, and you have healers, but people that have problem with later nodes, and they want to get to a nice rank. So instead of finishing this and going to the later nodes, you can just manipulate the points and get more points. So we are at the almost end of the second try, and I'm just gonna stop it here. So I have the skills ready. Yeah. So this is the second try we've done it, and let's see how much we got. We are at 5.5. Now, in the last video, I said that I think I can get to 15%, 15 million damage on this. Usually I get, like, on weekdays that I work and I just use autoplay, I usually get around 7 million, maybe 8, depends on RNG, obviously, because I'm not at helm actually doing things. So, but right now we are at 5 million, and I'm kind of fumbling around with it, not entirely sure what to do and how to do things. So I'm going here for the Mordo. I want to keep both healers and the tank up, and I also want to keep the Jessica Jones up because they can give energy for more heals, and they can get rid of buffs as well. So very important. If you want to do it on this node, then you need to keep both the healers and both Jessica Jones up. And sure, I mean, you can use Juggernaut. He has a lot of sustain. He has a lot of damage as well, and that's exactly what I did. This is what I left, and unfortunately, because of Scientist Supreme, people got slow on them, and that was a problem. Because you don't want your healers to have slow, you don't want anyone to have slow, basically. So yeah, you want people to have maybe offense down on them, but everything else you don't want anything else on them. So as you can see, I'm just like hitting slowly one and then hitting slowly the other, so none of them actually die. And again, this is like the third time, I think. And let's see how much damage now. So now I'm at 9 million damage. So let's keep going. I do it another time. And that's basically the only characters that are left in this node are Juggernaut, the 2 Mantis, and 2 Jessica Jones. And yeah, basically what I do is just like slowly do damage while making sure that none of these characters die. So let me just light this up. Because I'm sure, I know this is not a very, very exciting or, something that interesting to see. But you know what? It's a thing in the game, and I wanted to give it a fucking try, Why not? Let's give it a try and see how far I can get with this. So, sure, I made some mistakes. I'm not perfect, and this is the first time I'm doing it. So, mistakes are obviously bound to happen. Now, almost dead. I got everyone almost dead, and I was like, oh my god, what I'm doing? And then I start to see that the problem is with the slows, with the debuffs. So I'm thinking I'm fucked with Scientist Supreme because even her basic does slow. So sure, Mantis heal goes through a heal block, but the slow is very, very bad on the characters. You need people to not be slowed. You need them to do more turns for them means more heals. So you need them to be faster. So we finished that again, and now we are at 12 million. 12 million. Now, last video, like I said that I can get to 15. So I thought, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. And then I saw that I'm 2 energy shy to start another fight. And for the sake of this video, I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm already filming the goddamn video. I might as well put a few cores and see how far I can take this, because it's obviously going to be a one-time thing and not a thing that I'm going to do. But I wanted to show you guys how it is. How can it be done? And for the sake of science, fuck it. So I buy the energy and I just keep going. But I take out Scientist Supreme, and I'm thinking, who can I add here that will, not slow people? And she has slow, that bitch. So I'm thinking, fuck it, let's put a Drax. Just get a tank that does nothing. He's not gonna die, and he's gonna be safe. So I put Drax. He doesn't really add anything to me. He doesn't do shit to me. I picked him because I was like, you know what? I don't have anyone else. Let's just do it. He's not gonna die. So I keep on doing the same thing. As you can see, I'm trying not to slow the healers. Trying to slow Juggernaut as much as possible. Still, I'm making a lot of mistakes, unfortunately. But I'm not, I'm not thinking about things as good as I thought. Plus, I did a mistake and I took out Jessica Jones here. If I didn't take out her, then I could have done this for a really, really, really long time. A really long time. So we're keep going this with just one Jessica Jones, and I actually wanted to see, what's the difference. And it's still possible to do this with one Jessica Jones, but it's a lot better if I had that other Jessica Jones. And I'm thinking maybe having maybe like a Loki, or maybe having I think I'm having like a Loki up, or what's her name? I think maybe having both Lokis would be very good for this, if you guys want to do more points, because that means the Lokis are gonna. Alright, so Jessica Jones is gone here as well, but the Lokis being up means that they can waste more of your turns on hitting the clones or the summons. So you bring more time to the other healing characters to do their thing and heal. So we're back here, and we lost the other Jessica Jones, so we have 2 healers and 1 tank. And I want to see how far I can go with this. And even though that I killed the other characters that I needed to do this better, I decided, you know what, let's keep on going and see what we can do, basically. that was my point. So it's not as fast as it is with the other characters. Definitely, I should have kept Loki and both. I think maybe even both Lokis and the 2 Jessica Jones would have been very good. But unfortunately, the problem with Loki, well, the problem with keeping Loki alive, is that his special can be very, very annoying. Like what's her name? Like Mystique. So he can get that one of your team is gonna hit your character. So if that happens to a very, very key character, that can mean a lot of bad time for you. So we keep on doing this, and we're trying and to actually end this. And we have like and we're done. And yeah, so now, I was not aware that the movie stops before the end of this. That is interesting. That's very interesting. But if we go here, almost to the end, we are still at full. They're kind of still healthy. So I want to show you guys what's up in game right now. So right now in game, in the Alliance, I want to show you guys how far I've gotten, because apparently the video ended at 33 minutes for some reason. I don't know why. But so at 35 minutes before the end of this, I'm rank 2 with 45 million. As you saw, I started with 11. Yeah, I was 11. So let's see. So I was at 11 million here, and then I just did 2 nodes. I did this one and this one. And in Who's in Control, I made it to 24 million damage just on this node. So that's points manipulation for you. Now, this node, the scalpel, you have, well, you don't have great healers or great tankers, but you have, what's her name? You have, not medic, night nurse. You have night nurse. So not a great healer, but still a healer. I got 9 million out of this. But as you can see, I did not do a lot of nodes. I did, what was it? This node, and this node, and this one, and 2 of those. That's all I did. DeMar's Law, he was the real MVP. He did both the mini boss, the first one and the second one. So yeah, he put a lot of work. And right now, unless Didix can pull something out of his ass in the next 34 minutes, he's not going to get Rag 2. And that's points manipulation for you guys. I mean, I don't think it's worth it. I wouldn't do it really because it doesn't really give me much. Besides, I spent cores just to show you. I spent cores for energy just to show you this. Sure, you can try points manipulation on a smaller scale than what I showed you, obviously, without spending cores. But I don't know. I really don't see the big appeal. But if you are at a very hard lane and you have a node with healers that you know that you can sustain with, then, or you have, Ultron's Angels can do that very well. So you technically can do that and get to the first ranks of your alliance in the raids. Now this is more applicable to alliances who are less strong than mine, because here everyone is strong enough and we don't really need it to do anything. But if you're in an alliance that does 30% and people are struggling, then you can just do one node or even two nodes and inflate your points with this system. So hope no one stayed to the end of this video to see this, and I hope no one uses this as well, because it's not very fair, I guess. Well, I mean, it's like fucking, it's not illegal, obviously. So no one can tell you how to fight your fight. Obviously, that's another thing. But I don't know. It's a lot of energy for doing nothing, basically. Even on autoplay, I would have done I would have finished the nodes and gotten less points, I guess. Anyway, I hope no one stayed and saw this atrocious way of playing, and I'll see you guys next time.